Okay, so we just got done doing the Master's Hammer and Chisel balance. Now, we may have lost all the video, I don't know whether we did or not, but, and we definitely, our camera quit halfway through. So you're not going to see all the moves. If you want to see all the moves to this workout, check out one of our other videos. But this is our third time doing this, and I think it's almost tougher now, because we know the moves, and we're doing them. The first time you're doing it, I mean, first of all, we didn't have a bench the first time we did it. Second time we did it, we had the bench, and I don't remember it being this difficult. This was really tough today. You know, I picked up heavier weights probably when I did the rows and things like that, and even did some of the squats at the very beginning. That was the first time for me that I ever did the first move on the bench, using the bench. I don't know if that exhausted my glutes a little bit quicker, but definitely got a fantastic leg workout and also a very good core workout. The move where you put your hands up, hands down, and then the rows where you're lifting the leg, that's really working the core, and you can really feel it. And there's a stretch there where you get pretty tired, and definitely it's like a cardio workout using weights. I don't know, it was fantastic. I love this workout.
Yeah, I'm with Phillip. It was, I struggled through today really bad, and I'm with you. I'm not really sure why. I don't know if it's because we did use a little bit heavier weights. You're using better form with it because you know what you're doing. But yeah, I wanted to throw in the towel, those stupid. I was fine up until we got to the one where you have to do the Bulgarian split jumps. One-legged. Man, I literally, guys, I was like dead. I got to 12. That was my goal, to do 12 every time instead of doing the 15. Because this time, I watched the videos from the previous week when we had the bench, and I noticed I wasn't going down into a 90-degree angle. And so I tried to concentrate more on going down, and that made a huge difference. Oh my gosh, I literally was just out of breath completely and just totally exhausted. And then the other one that really got me was, again, it was a form check for me, was when you're doing the one-legged deadlift. She had said, I guess I really never paid attention to her previously, but when you're holding your weight, I have a tendency to kind of just go down and let my arm go with it. And she says, don't do that. Try to keep it as close to your shin as you can. And when you do that, man, it really, I felt it in the hams, almost tightened up immediately as soon as I did that. So again, it was just a form check for me, and that made it a little bit more difficult. And then the same thing goes with the, I actually made it through the rows into the pistol squats with weights this time. Last week I ditched the weights. This week I actually did it with the weights, and I tried to get a little bit lower, and I'm awkward. My right leg is really my strong leg, and my left leg is my weak leg, but I really struggle on my right leg. My calf on the outside and towards the front of it was just completely on fire. I had to keep stopping and just shaking it out and then getting back in it, and to where my left leg, my balance was a lot easier, so I didn't have any calf burning whatsoever. I felt it totally in the glutes.
Yeah.
Because I was able to sit back into it more and focus more on it, I guess.
You feel like your balance is getting better?
Yeah, I think yesterday I said I don't feel like my balance has gotten any better whatsoever. But when I go to this one where it is straight up balance, I felt a lot better with it. And again, I think it has to go back to finding the proper weights. And then also, because I did throw myself off a little bit when we did the those up-down things. I wanted to give up on so much today. I really had to push through that. And then the one-arm row with the leg up, I felt like that was a little bit more difficult for me today because I went up in my weights. So trying to maintain your core when you're doing it so that you don't twist was interesting. And the other form check that I got on this one, I'm trying to listen to her more. Instead of just acting like I know what I'm doing. I have a tendency to do that sometimes, just to hear the move and then just do it instead of listening. I know, but I was actually listening to her today, and she had said, make sure that you're tucking in your hips in that part, and then make sure that and she even said at one point to one of the girls, move your foot back just a little bit further to where you're a little further away from the bench, and then tighten up the core and squeeze in your glutes, and it really does make a huge difference. I felt it less in my lower back area from like trying to keep from twisting, and more into when I lifted my leg, I felt it up in the higher glute area. So if you want a Brazilian butt lift, that'll get it. So yeah.
Yeah, and one of the moves today for me that I did differently than I've done the first 2 rounds, the chest press, the 1-arm chest press, I used the bench today. Actually got a better workout doing that. On that ball, all I'm doing is trying to not fall off of it, because that is you want to talk about a tough balance move.
You've gotten really good at falling off the ball.
Yeah, our floor here is not real sticky, so after I do chest press and I go to drop the weights, the ball goes right behind me and I end up on the floor. I've done this now numerous times and she laughs at me every time. We've put one blooper on for you, but
you can do it several times.
Yes. And the funny thing is I've done P90X too, so the ball is usually not a problem for me, but in this gym it is. But I used the bench today, and I was able to stabilize, bring that leg up a lot higher, and really work on getting a good chest press. So for me, that was a lot better than trying to, on that ball, you're waddling all over the place trying to stay on it, because the leg's going up and the arm's doing this, and that's just almost, it's really tough. Yeah.
The other one that I felt improvement on is a simple move, which is the hip bridge. One that we do in the beginning with the overhead. That seems like such a simple move, and you wouldn't really think you're getting a whole lot out of it. But I usually have felt it, and I said this in probably the very first video, I have been feeling it like right here, like right above the glutes. I'm on this cramping sensation. But I don't have that today, or I didn't have it today. I actually felt it all along this right here, on whatever side it was that I was lifting the leg, because you are concentrating on holding your hips up so high, and I really felt it there, which is going to give you that nice, like this motion on your lower back, which is sexy, and that I want that, so that'll be nice. But, and the other thing I did different today is...
Yeah, I want that sexy muscle too, but...
Lost the muscularity when you did that, though. Kind of got a little squirrely on me.
Sorry. All right, well, what did you think?
The other thing that I did different is I noticed that I'm carrying a little bit of water weight right now. So I actually got my little, I don't know what you want to call this.
A belly sweater.
It's a belly sweater. I don't know, it's Gold's Gym, and it's just like a little... You wrap it around you, and it holds the heat in, and it'll actually help you sweat. And I told Phillip, I said, I rolled it down, and just sweat went. It was
right?
all in
it
my
actually
belly
shot out of her belly button.
Okay, it did not shoot out. It was like a waterfall dribbling out.
Oh, there you go. All right.
It is, but yes, so I thought it was good, and by wearing it, I think I might wear it more often. With wearing it, I also felt that I was concentrating more on keeping my core tight the entire time, because it has that little bit of a support there. So it's nice. It's not like a squeam by any means, people, and it's not a waist trainer or anything like that. It's just to help keep the heat in to where you can sweat off some of the water weight that you have there. So that's where I'm carrying my ring. Actually, and a suit, and I can wrap my thighs in it, and no, I get a little carried away.
I think she got carried away.
Okay, anyway, but week 3 of this, and I feel good about it.
Yeah, this is actually
the hardest one, I think.
Start of week 4, and yeah, this program's been pretty good. We had.
I wasn't talking about the program overall, though.
Oh, but this.
I would say my personal opinion is today is probably the hardest workout for me. Cardio-wise and leg-wise, I wanted to puke.
We're going to get into some of those other workouts again, and I think the more, now that we've kind of done each one, like I mentioned today, picking up the right weight. Mm-hmm. So, like when we do max strength or total
hopefully
body.
I'll have my Olympic bar by then.
We won't. Wednesday we get all that, but
no, we have to go to the academy.
Well. We're having our own personal conversation now if you wanted to be in on that, but...
Okay, everybody, tell him he needs to go get me an academy bar tomorrow. So I have it to do the workout.
Oh, is that the max strength? Is that what that one was?
Power, yeah.
No, that's max power. We're not doing max power. I think we're doing max strength. When we get to max power, I'll make sure she has an Olympic bar. Mark my words.
Ooh, and kettlebells instead of weights?
No kettlebells. I can only afford so much. unless Beachbody's compensation plan gets better. All right.
Anyways.
We'll talk to you tomorrow. See you.